Warning, some viewers may find the following footage deeply disturbing. For more awesome content, like and subscribe now. Lock and load, bitches.
What's up?
Yeah, they've got to work on that. Why is it everything repeats? Sounds repeat. This thing repeats. It should play one time.
There should be a loop feature that you turn off, right?
If it is, I'm not smart enough to see it.
That's why I'm telling you, get OBS Studio. You can customize it however you want.
Yeah, got too much to do right now. This is way too easy. So if everybody's having a good night tonight, just going to continue a little bit with what John did. If you didn't see his show, make sure you go back and catch it. RG, I'm coming for you, RG. Just know that. I got to tell somebody I'm live because I forgot. It's sad he can't even look at the channel.
Who's that?
I can't.
Oh, okay.
I guess that's myself from you. Appreciate that.
Yeah, you're welcome. Hit that like button on the other live and get the sale within the next 24 hours.
All right.
Did you see that little thing I did on Grok? Did you see that? What I did is I showed them how to do a photo real fast with Grok.
I did not. I didn't get home when I put the thing in there. I had just gotten home. I didn't get home till like 6:10.
So I didn't even think I was going to do this. I wanted to show them how well it worked with setting an item description. But I went on to Grok and I wanted to show them. I said, create a photo of a pair of shoes with an eBay logo behind it. Now, I was kind of worried because whenever you're dealing with AI and text and fingers and stuff like that, right, it doesn't always come out. And it came out absolutely perfect.
So I use it to make that thumbnail of parachuting. I just put my face over the other guy. So that was Grok doing from my video the other day.
Yeah.
Of me jumping out of a plane. Somebody actually thought I would jump out of a plane. I'm like, I don't even want to get in a working plane, much less jump out of a real one. So
my screen.
Sure.
So that's it right there. I just said create a photo of a pair of shoes with an eBay logo behind it, and that's what it came up with. First try.
Yeah.
That's slick. Now,
especially if you got 3 feet, you're really good.
See what I'm saying? But it's still slick. And then I did create an optimized and bulletized item description for the following item. I have an Emerald Lagasse French door air fryer that I'm in the middle of listing. But what I found, it didn't do it for this listing. It will actually tell you the sources, and the couple of the ones that I used, it actually used 25 different sources to compile the information. And that's what this does. It compiles information. It doesn't make stuff up. It's actually putting out data. So it's pretty good stuff. And of course, you take what you want from this. You just do a copy and paste, right? And then put it right in your item description. I think it's better than Gemini. So far, I'm impressed.
Yeah, I've used it a little bit. So, all right, we'll go back. It's, yeah, I think that's you've got to get an advantage somewhere. And I know everybody says, nobody reads the descriptions, but there are people that read the descriptions. And if you get an advantage over, at least in that crowd, I mean, that's a leg up somewhere. Yeah, RG thinks he has a third leg, but we had to shoot that bitch down. Yeah, right.
It's really slick. I mean, I didn't think it was going to be able to replicate, for a number of reasons. Maybe because of the brand wouldn't want it. eBay wouldn't like the fact that AI is using their logo, but it's never done well with letters.
Right.
And I can really see myself using this for some video thumbnails that I do.
Yeah, because I think 2025, I think maybe by the end of the year, it'll be a better year, but I think we're still more of the same for the first. I think eBay is going to keep playing with the site. I think they're going to continue to figure out ways to to charge us more money for different features, and you're going to have to. You got to have multiple platforms. You're going to have multiple ways to go at this. It's just it's an act. It used to be so easy, just throw it up there and it'll sell. I mean, truly, a decent picture, just throw anything up there at a decent price, and it was pretty much guaranteed to sell within a reasonable amount of time.
Yeah.
But now it's really work now, folks. I mean, there is a distinct difference between. So Josh sends a picture to our text group the other day. Look at this idiot. There's somebody who is taking photocopies of older pictures and trying to sell these photocopies. They're not even trimming them up or making them look nice or anything. They just look like straight garbage.
Yeah.
I mean, you can tell with the shipping, you can tell with the way you treat customers, and also the professionalism in a listing. I think that gives buyers a lot of confidence. You put a little bit more effort. So I don't see how these people. So I was looking up a couple things today, and to make sure I had the right model, and I hit on the app, see description. There was no description. How are they allowed to make a listing with no description? None.
It's not required. eBay doesn't make it a required part of the listing. And I think that if they prevented the listing from being, like if you forget to put a price in the listing, it'll not allow you to list the item. Well, you should put something in the listing. They promote.
I also think you're gonna have to try some different things. So I was at the thrift store today. It was half price, and they had some vintage filing cabinets in the back. And normally I wouldn't think that's something to stick on eBay. But I'm gonna list them on eBay for local pickup and for marketplace. It's a Shaw Walker filing cabinet. It's a fire resistant cabinet from the 60s. It's got a unique little latch that opens it up. It's a 5-drawer filing cabinet. I don't think it's legal. I think it may be legal, but it was $40. Today was 2 weeks, so they marked it down to 50%, so $20, and then everything in the store is half off, $10. They're listed. The 4 drawers from this company are listed in the 700 and 800s on eBay and Etsy and stuff. And this is a 5-drawer. Somebody sold a 4-drawer for right at $500, and I'm like, I was buying it to run through the auction, get 50 or $60, and walk away. But I'm really going to list this larger item with hopes of somebody buying it, and then. At worst, I'll run it to the auction.
Yeah. That's what I thought you were going to sell that at. I just don't like dealing with large stuff. I don't like using. I've done a sale on eBay with local pickup, and that went okay. It was a huge power washer, one of those big ones, those Honda ones that I got in a pallet one time, and I'm like, there's no way I'm shipping this, and so tried it. It was a new feature that was out, and a guy met me like 15 miles away and was initially happy with it. Then he found that there was a problem with it. Apparently oil got in the engine or in the water line somehow. And he had to flush it out. But other than that, it worked fine.
I mean, there's worse things than oil getting there. As long as the oil's not mixed with the gas, he's all right. So hey, somebody ban Craig. Damn, Craig's a terrible human being, by the way, folks. If y'all didn't know that Land Shark Picker was just scum of the earth, there you go. He proves it right there. Just because it's such a. So they also had a lighting company must have made a donation as they're going out of business, and I picked up one. I picked it up yesterday for 10. And the cheapest one on eBay is 500. And then so I was back today. All those lights were half price today, and I picked up a couple for $3 each that sold for about 200. And folks, I think you really need to set realistic expectations. Just because a lighting store says that's a $200 light, I've got $3 into it. There's no way they've got less than $3 into it. I can put it wherever I got it with the purpose of going, you know what? I'll throw it up for 99. If I get $100 for it plus shipping, that's a win. Even if I put it on sale and it drops into the 80 range, I've got $3 in it.
Hey, is it just me, or do you have the Japanese 1970s Japanese cinema going
What are you talking about?
with a little delayed on your audio?
I don't know.
Yeah, I think so. You guys see that? Is it delayed?
Yeah, he froze.
He froze. Yeah.
I didn't
Either
freeze.
that or he's really good at the staying still, but I think he froze. King Kong audio. So apparently, Scott, you've been accused of having a gold horseshoe up your ass, finding all the stuff that you find.
A gold horseshoe.
We can hear you. You're very still. So how you doing, Todd? What's good with you?
I'm good. Kind of. It's been mixed blessings this season.
Yeah. How's your Christmas?
Good Christmas. Boys are doing good, and still sad over the loss of the puppy. And
I'm sorry to hear that. It's like an extension of your family, right?
I know it's just
You
not the same after 15 years.
No. You gonna get another dog or what?
Oh gosh. According to Gwen, yeah, pretty soon. But we've got a cruise in January, so looking forward to that, and we'll see after that, I think.
Yeah, good. It's good to have something to look forward to. So,
but yeah, kind of celebrating the best year of reselling I've ever had. So
good. That means you got something to grow on the next year. Make it even better. Now you don't have to. I think you're in a great position where you're retired. You don't
yeah,
rely on the eBay income, but it's still kind of cool to see how well you can build it up.
it's
We're
going to be
just,
tough now because I think I'm at the peak of how much work I want to do on a daily, I know I could do better. Absolutely confident I could do quite a bit more, but I'm not willing to work more hours and more. I don't know. Does that
well, the
make
question
sense?
is, do you need to? Do you really need to? I mean, if you think about it, spending time with family and friends and doing the things that you want to do, I think there's some value in that you can't replace with reselling. I got to tell you, at some point when I get to be 60 something years old and I start drawing retirement, I'm not going to be full time. I'm not going to be doing this for another 20 years. I've already made it, and I don't dislike reselling. I really enjoy it. I'm content in what I'm doing, but doing this for another 20 years, it just out of the question full time, maybe part time, but I'm going to make sure that I'm spending time with family and friends and stuff.
Yeah.
I'm back.
Yeah,
Yay.
I don't know what were you on? What computer was that? The one in your
It was a Windows computer inside. It needs to go.
Yeah. So yeah, we're just talking about Todd doing his sales, doing pretty good this year with sales, and setting expectations for next year.
Yeah, I think you got another year of having to fight for it and really trying things. I got to figure out how to get more stuff listed. That's my weakness. I'm great at finding shit. It's the getting it listing where I struggle. Struggle mightily, as a
Grinding.
matter of fact.
You got to grind this business, don't you? It's
Well,
not
I think
automatic.
when I was best at it, I mixed in a lot more Amazon and yeah, so it's probably gonna be the answer is to throw some Amazon back into it, and that gives me a lot more freedom with eBay.
I really think, though, is we talk about how things aren't great yet, but why not allow yourself to use this time, whether it's 6 months or a year, to get your store ready for that? And you don't want to be reacting to like, wow, everyone's saying that the economy is great and people are buying everything, left and right. You don't want to have all your stock sitting out. Get it listed.
Yeah.
Thanks, Brenda.
The problem is right now, especially if you do any kind of thrifting, you understand that people are trying to get tax credits right now, and the quality of things being donated the next 6 weeks are much higher than normal. So I'm not willing to stop buying right now, even if I have to pile it up somewhere, because I know the best stuff is out. I mean, I picked up a laser printer Tuesday, listed it Tuesday night. It sold. When was Christmas? Wednesday. It sold Thursday. I went to the thrift store, picked up the next model. So that was a 2340 brother. There was a 2350 brother at the thrift store for $10. I sold that one for 90 shipped. I've got that one listed for 120 plus shipping. It came with 2 free toners, and the toner in it was brand new. It's just not willing, and that's already listed. Some of the stuff, the easier stuff like that. But it's just the better stuff. I mean, I'll get things listed. I'll figure it out. I'll figure that part out. But it's if you stop sourcing, I think is the other thing I firmly believe is that's the part I enjoy the most. And if you remove that part of it, you're not going to be as successful. If you don't enjoy what you're doing and get some kind of derived pleasure out of it, you're not. Might as well go get a job, right?
Yeah, I look. I just got through saying how in 20 years I don't want to be doing this full time, not because I don't like it, but I realized that you know what I could miss out on some moments in my life that had I just limited the amount of stuff that I'm selling, and like Todd is in a time of his life where he should be in my opinion, he should be enjoying it, like going on his cruises and doing the things that he wants to do.
That's what he is doing. What are you talking about?
Well, no, I'm saying that even more so.
Did you not see him over there in Europe on the Viking cruise or whatever the hell did?
That's awesome.
The stuff's out there, Chastity. You just gotta have some imagination. You just gotta be curious. I've been going to yard sales in my entire life. I've been reselling full time since 2013. I've always pilled around just messing with eBay and just making extra money for the last 20 years. And when I walk to a thrift store now, if I see something that I've never seen before, it means you look it up. And it's pretty much the curiosity. So what did I buy tonight? Tonight I bought, oh my God, Kevin, Commonwealth Picker, if you don't get out of my head. I bought a damn for real plush. So there's this freaking dog sitting in the back, and I'm like, it's really clean, nothing to it. I pick it up and you can feel the mechanics in it. I'm like, yeah, let's see what the phone tells me it is. That's Ricky the trick dog. Let's see. There's no tag on Ricky. How much is Ricky? They're all $2. I'm like, all right, $2. Ricky sells for $65. It ain't hard to go. I mean, let's see. I bought a.
Is Ricky like llamas or?
He's very similar, except he's a dog. Except he's a husky. There was a pot laying there, and I look at the pot and go, I recognize the way that handle curves. It looks like Salad Master. There's another $3 Salad Master pot laying there. What else did I buy? Bought myself a hat. Hey, I'm gonna be Indiana Jones. If you didn't know, I know. I sent her the picture to Johnny. I'm gonna be Indiana Jones.
All right.
Uh,
Scott
um,
Medora.
okay, so I deal with printers so much. When I'm walking by the back, there's a box that says empty toner canister or something like that, expired toner. It's a container that goes in a Konica printer.
Yeah.
It's $2. It sells for 30. I mean, that's not. It's just stuff you can't. Am I gonna watch our Aggies tonight? I just want to watch Alabama play one more time and walk away from this year of college football. It's been such a disaster. They're trying to ruin college football. Don't get me on a rant, Ron. Everybody all over Twitter. Navy beat Oklahoma. That means Navy was a playoff team. Oklahoma, their quarterback is gone. Any receiver that had more than 6 catches on a team that lost their top 5 receivers before the third game is gone. I mean, who are the players? I don't even know how they even feel that they've got 24 people in the portal. You've got 85 scholarship players. 24 of them are gone.
Hmm.
I don't even know who the hell they fielded the team with. Michigan's going to have the same problem. Michigan's lost all their. They're coming up against us, and we're trying to keep a 10 double-digit win streak going for I don't know how many years in a row it'll be. Our quarterback's playing. Everybody's playing. They asked the linebacker who's turning pro. He goes, "Did you even think about not playing?" He goes, "My brother's out there. I'm out there." I mean, Alabama's going to show up pissed off.
Yeah, but they're making money. They're making money with the NIL. They're making money that they weren't making, years ago.
No, we don't want Dion. I know we got the right coach. The problem is people are they're just not smart enough. It's a lot of the same principles here that happen in reselling. You can't copy somebody. There's one Nick Saban. Kirby Smart is very close. There's one Nick Saban. There's never going to be another one. He's a one of a kind. So why are you trying to be like him? Kalen DeBoer is his own man. But the problem is when you take over after a legend, you've still got his players. Jalen, our quarterback Jalen is a great human being. I've liked him as a quarterback. He represents us well. Man, you'd be proud to call him your son. He is not a drop back, throw it all over the world quarterback, and that's what Kalen needs. But what do you do when your starting quarterback is that great of a human being? The team loves him. It's his team. If he comes in and says, "You know what? You don't fit my goal. We're going to play one of the other quarterbacks," he loses that entire team. He doesn't have the portal. All that stuff is gone. So he has to get through what he has to get through. Alabama this year is the one you better watch out for. But you can't copy. Copying doesn't work. You got to be your own person. You can do some of the stuff people do. You can run some of the systems. You can't be in each person's in their shoes and their thoughts. The times are not the same. NIL and all that stuff is not the same. Folks, if y'all don't realize, the University of Miami head basketball coach, what did he do today? He said, "I've had enough. NIL and all the rest of this crazy shit. I'm done." He walked away today, saying NIL was ruining everything. He's done. He was in the tournament last year.
Yeah, I think it was a mistake for them to ever do that.
Hey Hank, let's see. Welcome to the craziness, Phil, and you too, 99. It's gonna be more work. There's gonna be more competition. New people are. Just think about what's gonna happen next year in 2025. There's still gonna be people losing jobs. Are y'all not paying attention to what's closing? All the big lots are gone. All the Party City is gone. CVS says we're going to close 700. Walgreens goes, "Hey, throw 600 in for us." Rite Aid says we're struggling mightily. My brother's been sending me pictures when he was out in Oregon in Rite Aids. He said, "No, that used to be our haunt was Rite Aid. Me and my brother absolutely killed Rite Aid." So I can get past all these pictures where he's flipping me off. He sent me these pictures from Rite Aid. This is a functioning Rite Aid out west. You see this?
Oh.
This store is not closing. This store is not closing. It doesn't have any stock on. Look at me. This is Rite Aid. This is a store that is open in Oregon. He sent me.
Empty.
These are all different. He sent me 7 pictures. I mean, look. There's nothing there. It's
So all they have is their pharmacy now?
pretty much, and that's why they were only making money anyway. And it was worth their pharmacy program was worth several $1 billion. So that's why Walgreens wanted to buy them. They wanted to buy them just for the pharmacy, even if they shut everything else down. But I say that to say you're going to have more competition coming in. These people are going to look at it and go, they're going to watch the video somebody's made. Maybe somebody makes a Monopoly video that still gets views. And they go, you know what? Maybe I try reselling. So you're going to have competition. And there's going to be people coming and going like there always is. You're going to have to make yourself an expert at whatever you do to get through this. Yeah, Reality Smacks. It looks damn sure looked like it was closed. They have weed in the pharmacy in Oregon, probably. That's one of the states I've never been to. Never been to Oregon, so I couldn't tell you. So for anybody who thinks just because Big Orange has been elected and all the world is going to be right, folks, it's there are a lot of people hurting. Look at the weather forecast coming, and Chastity, tell them about how little the people in your area have been helped, and what's going to happen if it snows there next week. There's going to be loss of life in South Carolina, North Carolina, Tennessee, because we've ignored the fact that these people have been devastated. Reality Max 3 shop and stock grocery stores. You're gonna be left with mega chains. You're gonna be left with the Walmarts of the world, the Costco's, maybe Target. Target is they're not as great as they once were. They've struggled some. So at the end of the world is gonna be Amazon and Walmart, for God's sakes. So you got it. You got to keep pushing. You got to want it. It's got to be important to you. I think there's light at the end of the tunnel, but I think we're a year away from that light. Right now, it's a train coming. You got your power stations this time. I've got one. It's a small one. I use it in a storage building because I don't have power at the storage building, so I use it for lights. And I look around all these restaurants. Like I was out tonight, and there's all these people eating out. Where are they getting the money? Who can afford to eat out? Oh my God! Have y'all been to a restaurant lately?
Expensive.
Are y'all like me and Todd? We're lucky. We have wives that still put up with us, and we eat at home. Johnny's. I was out at thrift stores, and I called Johnny to tell her what I found. At the second one, I'm like, what's for dinner? And she's like, we're still eating leftovers. She got prime rib. We had prime rib for Christmas dinner, and because one of the grocery stores here does a prime rib Christmas thing on Monday, the 2 days on the 23rd. Prime rib was like $5.99 a pound, so Johnny got a huge one. And then Jacob cooked it, of course. And she's like, do you mind? I'm like, no, I don't want to waste it. I would much rather
Johnny.
Eat that. Yeah, Eric, dude, I'm so glad that her Acura's paid off.
Dang, and this 175 for 5 people.
Holy, that's why I ain't going.
And Roadhouse is not the most expensive.
Mike, I got a combo at freaking Whataburger the other day. 2 weeks ago. It's $14. Just a combo. Y'all better be like me. I'm like, that's the last time I don't drive through Wendy's and get the $5 bag. Damn it. Yeah, we need to work on that. We need more vacations. That's one of the things that we don't do a lot. But it I don't think it's gonna get any cheaper anytime soon. Just don't. It's insane what things cost. It's just except for when you're selling on eBay, everybody thinks you should give it away. Tipped her $40. What the hell?
That's what, 18%?
I don't know. Well, if you take the tax off down here, yes, Five Guys. I think a cheeseburger fries, a smaller cheeseburger fries and a drink like $24. I think, isn't it? Eric, that surprised me. When I stopped at Distant Express 3 or 4 weeks ago, and got hell, the bacon, egg, and cheese by itself was $5.40, and then the drink, it was almost $8. I'm like, I'm out. Yeah, McDonald's using that. Whatever's the best deal. Yeah, Johnny, I get it, man. I ate out. I had Wendy's one day last week because I was outsourcing, and wasn't gonna make it back. But other than that, Five Guys is going out of business. There's a lot to fix going around. We got to quit giving away money to other countries. You want to switch over to a conspiracy show? Can we solve our own problems before we try to fix the world? I support Israel as much as the next guy, but can they get off our payroll? If y'all look at the amount of money we give Israel, it's insane. We don't need Canada to be the 51st state. We got Israel already. I would be willing to bet we give the state of Israel more money than we give any of the 50 states. That'd be interesting if one of these somebody could come up with that number. And any of y'all in the audience, I'm sorry if y'all voted Democrat, but you see what they're trying to do. I mean, they're both sides of the same bird. But can we? I mean, does Ukraine need any more fucking money? They're trying to launder money through Ukraine as much as they can in the last 3 weeks of his presidency. Rumors they're going to try to hold him out, not approve it because of insurrection. Whenever they okay, so help me understand this. If Trump caused an insurrection that should disqualify him from being president, why does the committee that studied all that need presidential pardons? If I'm the committee and I came to the point if it was a rigged deck and I used all this stuff and I lied to the American people and I lied to everybody to try to make it look like there was some kind of insurrection, why does the committee need pardons? If Trump was guilty, why does the committee who investigated Trump need the pardons? Here we go. Can we get some of these people out of the military too? I'm so tired. I'm tired of the Secretary of Health and Human Services. He's got a dick wearing a dress. I'm tired of this crazy shit. Put these people back in mental institutions. Get them the help they need. It's insane. I think I can't be the only one that's over it. I can't be the only one that's just tired of the weirdness, tired of accepting this crazy mess. I can't be the only one. $12.66 per American, and there's 350 million of us. That's a big number, folks. And I don't have anything against anybody, but if you're going to expect me to accept that, and you're out your damn mind. Oh, I think, I think both sides are terrible. You look at the idiots from Kentucky and South Carolina, Mister. Here's what's his name from Kentucky. I'm gonna do my best imitation of him. Insane.
Gotta love the new borders are appointed.
Oh my god, I love Tom. What's his name? He's incredible.
He's the man. That's gonna fix so much stuff.
They asked him if somebody obstructs or whatever. He goes, "That I'll put them in jail too."
We're coming for you,
I
Colorado.
know. That bitch needs to be in jail for election fraud anyway. Until my dying day, I'll never believe she was elected governor of the state of Arizona. There's a problem. You should never, if you're running for office, you should not be the one running the elections. Sorry. We have a conflict of interest. Well, most of the time we have a conflict of interest. Unless you're a judge in New York, we don't have a conflict of interest there. But most everything else has. Oh, wait a minute. If you're a Democrat, you don't have to have a conflict of interest. But if we hold that to everybody else. You see what they're doing right now. They're putting. They're scared to death of Elon. They're putting him on the defensive. They're trying to make him look crazy. They've been coming after the Vivek. They're coming after. They're whenever they start attacking, they're scared to death of somebody. Yeah, Brent, I saw that.
Well, I haven't read up. What's the proposition that Trump posed to Ukraine and Russia?
I haven't read it yet. I love the fact that there's some humor back in the White House. Him trolling Canada being the 51st state and buying Greenland and all that crazy shit he's talking.
That's some good stuff right there. Let's buy Greenland. Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
There's got to be some good oil and gas under there.
Hey, somebody banned Tactical Z. He's been banned from the channel for a couple of weeks. He needs to think about his transgressions.
What did Tac do to you, Beard? Come on.
I don't know. He was running off a mouth somewhere today. Was it your show he was carrying on? Yeah, it was your show.
Was it?
Yeah, he was saying some crazy shit in your show. He deserves to be punished.
I'm just an old man and I don't even remember.
I don't either. I just remember I was supposed to ban him. I don't know why. Hey,
Tactical, you suck and get out our lives.
If Eric would have waited one more day, I wouldn't have remembered any of that. But it's still today, so I still remember part of it. Oh, it was on Chris's show yesterday. See, I thought it was your show. It was Chris's show.
Chris's show. Chris. Oh. They rake Chris over the coals. That poor devil. I love Chris.
Okay, so everybody in the chat. So we were watching Buck Mountain Barn. So if you're not subscribed to Chris, go subscribe to Chris. He's generally just a truly nice guy.
And genuine American right there.
And so they asked him, how they even get on the subject of that country song? Because I missed the first few minutes.
I'm not sure, but Brad just raked him over the coals.
So Brad's his co-host on that show. It's Thursday nights, I think at 6 p.m. Central. Asked him about a song. Had he ever heard one of the one of the greatest country songs ever.
He
And,
stopped loving you
and it was
today.
George Jones. He stopped loving her today.
Yeah.
And Chris is a country boy. He grew up in the same county they filmed Deliverance in Georgia. He's that damn country. And had never heard the song He Stopped Loving Her Today. George Jones. That's insane. How can you live in this? He claimed that, oh, I grew up in the 80s like y'all did. I listened to hair metal. So did I. I've heard George Jones, He Stopped Loving Her Today.
Oh, that was so Oh, Brad just called out all the stops on Chris. It was
Is
a
there
great.
anybody in the chat that's never heard He Stopped Loving Her Today? See, there's Chastity doesn't listen to country and he's singing it. That's the way most people say. It is one of the most well-known country songs from history. There is if you've ever seen some of the story behind it, American Legend. Where'd you grow up in North Carolina? I might have grown up in North Carolina a long time ago. So George was drinking his career away. He was no show George. He was, I think this was early 80s, late 70s. And, they were like, this song is perfect for George. His manager was like, we need sober George. Can we sober him up just a few minutes to get him in the studio? You don't want to dox yourself. All right, I'll start. I grew up in Kinston, North Carolina. I went to North Lenore High School in Kinston, North Carolina. Yeah, because somebody's gonna come in here and go, oh my God, there's that dude, American Legend. He grew up in Raleigh. Oh shit, we know who he is now. Man, nobody ever said that. But yeah, so they sobered him up long enough to record that song, and turned out it saved his career and turned everything around. Oh yeah, he hated the song, didn't like it. They made him sing it anyway. Okay, so John, you're not a country aficionado.
No.
You ever heard the George Jones song, He Stopped Loving Her Today?
I would probably recognize it if I heard it.
There's a dude who got murdered recently.
Are you going to sing it for us?
Oh, no. I think that's against terms of service.
I've been to a great concert the last couple of years.
I'd have to join Eric and be banned from my own channel.
Hey, Glenn.
I don't know who Phil's calling balls and strikes. I don't know who got it. Carol said Jenna would know it for sure.
Oh yeah, okay.
So this is another one. So one of the thrift stores I go to, they I guess they must buy pallets of those just cups because they're the metal cups and stuff.
Okay, tumblers.
They've got. I'm gonna run some through the auction and see what happens. They have Yetis, but they have somebody's name or logo on them for $2 freaking.
Yeah.
I'm like,
yeah, Yetis are good.
So I picked up. They had a circle today. I'd never seen a metal circle, but so it was $2, so that made it $1. It's still worth $25 plus shipping on eBay. The Yetis. I don't know if the Yetis would sell with a logo on them. I mean, but if you put them low enough, when you buy them for $1 because they were half price today, they were $1. It might be worth. American Legends mic got broken. But there's such chaos in this world, and there's such animosity, and people are so hateful. Generally, most people are nice, but you've got the idiots that make all the headlines. I just think the competition's coming, and you can't tell anybody that they've done right, or they feel justified in using the cornflake box to ship you something. You should have seen so I got a return back today or yesterday. They used a box that somebody else sent them. So what they did was they took a white piece of paper and taped over the top of the box. Okay, and they all the way around, so their address and the other address wouldn't show up. But then they printed out, I guess on a regular printer, a label, the return label. They cut it out, they put it on top that white, and they put one piece of tape right through the middle of it, so the ends of it flapped up and over. So if you had to spread out every time to tell where it was going. What the hell's wrong with people? How do you tape the white one down on the box to cover the box up all around, but then the shipping label go, well, fuck it. Good luck. Throw that to the postal gods. It is what it is. It's insane. Yeti Liz part out. At least I hadn't thought of that. Good idea. Maybe one day I'll start putting stuff out. Maybe that's 2026. Who knows? JT couldn't miss tonight. He'd have to at least come and hang out with us. Give him something to think about, even if he's feeling bad laying on the couch.
I tell you, doing that live tonight was kind of tough, not having Jenna there to give me a break.
People don't realize it. Just have somebody to bounce things off of. The break, to keep the silence from going. Right. Man, that sucks. Everything sent out on Monday after Thanksgiving never got scanned. Did it all show up? I had one that week that didn't get scanned. It was out in the driveway because UPS picks up here. It was on a Monday stack with everything in it. And that package was worth $247. Never showed up. Never showed up anywhere. Huh. You know how irritating and frustrating that was? I was mad. Oh, God, I was mad. Six claims on 30 orders.
It's no good.
And UPS has been the one that generally, but my driver does, because I'm not the last on his route and he still has other deliveries to go. It probably got handed out somewhere local because he still has deliveries to make after he picks up here. That's true, Brenda. That is true. Yeah, I used to do all the scan sheets and all that stuff, but I don't think any of it. It doesn't hold weight for anything, and everybody gets cheated on the scan sheet. So I stopped using the scan sheets.
I've never used one. I've had carriers ask me, could you get a scan sheet? I just play stupid. I don't know how to do it. Sorry.
Because the post office here gets less credit for the things. It really won't stand up as being scanned. I had them scanned today, but generally, the post office, especially, I just leave them. Because, so here's how the post office works. I get there they close at 4. I usually get there about 3:45. I'm usually one of the last people in the door. I'll just leave the bag with him, and I'll pick my bag up from the day before. He just sets it on the floor because when he closes the doors at 4:00, he has to wait for the truck to come. So the truck doesn't get there till 4:30 to 5:00. And so he's got 30 minutes to an hour where he can catch up or do whatever. And so he's like, I just set your stuff to the side, and once I lock the doors, I'll quickly scan them all and be done with it. It keeps the flow of, because he's a single. There are actually two registers in the post office, but they only run one ever. I've only seen them both open 3 times, and that was in the last couple of weeks. So he just scans them just so he can keep waiting on people because the line will build up if he doesn't move the line quickly.
So where's Dave and Jake at?
I don't know. So Dave is probably babysitting. His wife has a broken arm. I think she had to have surgery on it. She's
That's not fun.
she took a tumble and hurt herself. So he is living the life I was having to live this summer. You know,
Yeah.
you're having to go get everything. So, but he doesn't have a Jacob to do the cooking, so he's kind of and I don't know where Jacob is. He must have a girlfriend or something.
One of his tenants. Well, that's one way to make it.
Are you saying his mom is his girlfriend? Is that what you just said?
I mean, he has more than one tenant, right?
Jacob, he just accused you having your mom as a girlfriend.
I never said that. I never said the word mom.
His mom's one of his tenants. His mom lives in his apartment building. Her name is Willow. Her name is Willow.
Yeah, you're right.
Did y'all see the title of the show? I tell you how I can make the title of the show this and still be correct. What the name of it? I made it. I let it pick the title. Whatever this tool I've got on here. Let me go see what the name of it is. Hold on. I didn't make the title of the show, so it's something about an eBay expert. It says top reseller expert reveals 2025 plans. Because if you look in my neighborhood, there's another person that sells on eBay, and I'm by far the #1 eBay seller in Laurel Bend and Meridianville, Alabama.
You should say that at the beginning of all your videos.
I'm the #1 reseller in this neighborhood.
Yeah. I might do that. Might give you some more credibility.
So he doesn't collect rent, Shannon. That's a smart joker. For someone who didn't grow up with computers and never watched any of the movies or anything growing up, where he got his computer smarts. So he has everybody pay online. And if you don't pay online, he charges you extra. So, and all the apartments he runs for other people, if you don't pay online, and I think he's got 1 or 2 that still write a check, they pay like $25 or $30 extra to write that check, which is insane.
Shout out to Gutted away. Yeah, he heard us talking about picking up a Mac Mini. You went over to your local Costco. They had them sold out, even though it showed that they were available. And he had the mindset. I don't know if you had mentioned that you weren't able to find it, but he went to his Costco and picked himself up one and picked up an extra one and reached out and said, "Hey, I'll sell it to you." So, hey, we're in the market.
That's awful nice. Yeah, Good at 08's been around for a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jay, but said nobody. It's been raining here all day. Rain sucks. It's supposed to rain tomorrow. It's supposed to rain Sunday. Yeah. Yeah, Jacob already said something earlier. I knew Jacob was in the chat. So what did I miss? The page that was funny. Oh, he's gonna have the #1 channel in his neighborhood when he passes James. Good luck with that. So that's another one. I just don't get. You know, some people collect haters, No, James and Josh both seem to be two people I know that collect people that just for whatever reason, and both of them are just ultra nice humans. They're outstanding people. They just see things different, and we get this. This is the world we live in. You can see things different and want me to call you a woman and tell you that you can get pregnant even though you were born with a dick. That you should be able to go in the women's bathroom. You should be able to play against our little girls. That you should be able to transition everything else. But if I tell you I'm a reseller and I don't do it exactly the way you approve, you hate and don't accept and just crucify these people. Does that make it? It just the world we live in is so messed up. It's just insane. It is. You want to self-identify as a squirrel or what's the one? Cats, and they were wanting teachers to put kitty litter boxes in school because they self-identify as birds and cats and all the rest of this crazy shit. And but yet I have a high sell low ASP store that I've been operating for 24 years on eBay, very successful. And I make videos to try to help people and tell them what I see. Oh, you're the fucking devil. Let me go piss in my cat box. You're the devil.
What can you do?
Paige, there's nothing wrong with that, man. If everybody did this the same, it'd be absolutely. Did y'all see that crazy video this week of the boyfriend? It's like 16 or 17 banging on the door, the ex-boyfriend, and the father told him to go away, and he kept going on. He says, "I've got a gun." He still kept banging. Yeah, that didn't work out so well.
You took him out, I think, right?
Yeah. Did he kill him or did he just?
I don't know.
I never saw whether he died or not, but yeah. Hey Phil, you notice that since Harlow's not around, Connie's not around either. I wonder if there's something to that. A channel full of haters.
That would be interesting. But isn't that one channel where they make fun of the different resellers? What is that guy's name?
Who knows?
It's usually the video game sellers he makes fun of.
Or he's just a little bitch because somebody actually got there before he did is going to make a profit on something.
Yeah,
when do you owe in your life? When do you owe? If someone says, "I will sell you this for $100," and you buy it for $100, what do you owe them to go back and go? Well, it's worth $300. Here's $200 more. If that's what they decided they wanted for, and that's what you bought it for, it's the same way with selling. Has anybody in the chat ever gone and bought a car and felt like the dealership screwed you, and so they came and gave you money back? Has that ever happened to you? I've never heard of it happening.
Mr. Sadie, my channel's getting an R for real because I'm not the only one out there that can complain about wearing jeans, and those are crotch grabbers. A lot of them are. You gotta get the right model so that you have some allowance. I can't wear the tight jeans.
I bought some jeans today. Me, a non-clothing seller, picked up 2 pairs of Levi's jeans today. Women's boot cut, something. I don't know what they were.
Oh, okay.
They were new with tags at the thrift store for $4, and there's no sellers on eBay. I mean, on Amazon. So I'm gonna stick them on Amazon because they're still brand new. I told you 6 weeks ago. They said they waved the magic wand and said, "Bearded picker, carry on."
Huh. Wow, I'm about to do something that's gonna get me in trouble.
So who were? Oh, Heckin' Steve hates Philly Flipper.
Yeah, that's the name. Heckin' Steve. I
mean, Paul's a little loud, but man, I we did yard sales in Nashville, man. That was a fun day. We laughed a whole time. We had a great time. He's a down to earth guy. We had a good time. In this world, you're not going to be everybody. Everybody's not going to like you. Everybody's not going to be your best friend.
So, what do you think about James's commentaries on other resellers?
I haven't heard one.
He's been doing a series of them.
Oh, I don't know. I don't watch resell. I don't watch reselling content.
Is it positive or?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, he just gives his opinion, and 23 years selling on eBay and commenting on other resellers.
Let's see. I watched 2 live shows, and even then, I only watched like a third of one of them today. I try to catch John's, but he starts too early. I'm always shipping when Primo goes. Primo's great.
How am I starting too early? That's at what, 5 o'clock your time?
Yeah, but the thrift store closes at 6.
Well,
So I leave here at 4 o'clock to get to the post office by 4. And then I hit 3 to 4 thrift stores by the last one close at 6, and then I come home.
We'll go an hour earlier. There you go.
What the hell? It messes up my karma.
Oh man.
Yeah, I've watched every now and then. I watch Todd. I watch him for a few minutes. It's like today I didn't get up till 8:30. By the time I was halfway awake, they were almost done. Pre-book comes on at noon. That's a good time because I'm shipping or working at noon.
Yeah. I see how it is.
So now you're going to start coming on at 4 o'clock and then go at 6. There you go.
Then it'll butt too far because I usually go for 2 hours, so it wouldn't work for your show. Idea is we're going to port over traffic from my show to yours.
I just start an hour later. What do I care? Yeah, Brenda, there's enough crap. Absolutely.
So Heckin' Steve has a video saying Reseller tells all about the reseller community on YouTube.
Yeah, I don't make enough videos. I'm probably not even on them, so it's all right.
Wow.
Next video Heckin' Steve's going to make is he got in trouble when he tried to use the women's room.
Wow.
Which I say, Johnny watches so many crime shows. This is how this is why I can't act up, because when Joni goes to sleep, she's got one of those Bluetooth speakers under her pillow, and she goes to bed every night listening to Dateline. So through osmosis through the pillow, Dateline is playing in her brain all the time. Yeah, it's terrible. A serial killer in Alaska. I bet he was cold-hearted. I said that with a straight face for a minute. It is. I think you're going to see the usual suspects next year. The people that want this, the people that are willing to try things, the people that adopt it. You know, you said it too many times, John, about the clothing. The people that want to get ahead, you know, nobody's going to have to beg you, go fill out the specifics, go change your listings, and go all do these things. Because anybody who has any kind of business sense whatsoever understands that this is where you take advantage of the opportunity and you get ahead of the curve, and you'll get more buyers in the early bit of it because you are taking advantage of what eBay is putting out there. The early adopters, for the most part, and a lot of the eBay stuff, get the advantage because instead of fighting the system, oh my God, I can't believe. What are they going to do if I don't do it? Why would you ever ask that? Just get on board. Just go ahead and do it.
I mean, if you have good stuff and it would normally be rated as excellent, pre-owned excellent, why would you allow eBay just to grade it at good and allow that because you don't want, to me, it's an opportunity to get ahead of the competition. You got everyone that's going to be rated good. It's almost like promoting at 2% when everyone else is kind of reluctantly doing it. Why wouldn't you do 2.1%? Get ahead of the crowd. That's the way I look at it.
Yeah, Paige, I get it, but every reseller does that because I would tell you that's whatever your niche is, whatever the thing is, even if you don't sell a niche, there's something that we all like. I'll overpay for a camera. I love a damn camera for some reason. I'll run past other things to pick up the cameras, even if they're crap. Everybody has those. There are certain categories that they're just. Where is Taham tonight? I don't know. We'll call it. Should we call out for Tom?
I'll be real fucking gentle.
That's the Tom. Come join us, international Tom. And there's not everybody wants to be in everything, so not everybody wants to have just a collection full of crap like I've got. Nobody wants to have the leaf thing that I still haven't got listed on Facebook yet, or the Braun coffee maker, or the Rockport shoes, or the keyboards, or the game, or this thing, the realistic base station, which I should have already listed because it's worth really solid money. It's almost there. I got the cord wrapped up. What do we pay for this? See, that's the problem. I paid $5 on Senior Day, so it was $3.75. Even though it's worth good money, if I'd have paid $20 for it, it'd already be listed. You know, how many people are curious? This is not the name of the boat that Todd rode around in Europe on, the Amway Queen. Amway is not. I don't know if this is the same company or not, but Amway Queen. This is some seriously valued pots and pans. If you see, they've got the little thing on them, which now I recognize them every time. That little collar. Sometimes it's a different color, but Amway Queen is really good money. So if Amazon says destroy an item and refunds you and it's an Apple Watch, can you resell it? Yes. As long as your Apple ID is not attached with it and it's clean, that's as long as you erase it and are able to erase it and remove then yes. But I'd never heard of Amway Queen until I saw them the other day. I'm like, ooh, those are nice looking pots. Like tonight when I walk in there and go, that looks, the handle. I'm like, I now recognize what the handle of a dang, of freaking Salad Master looks like. I look over the table and go, I'll be damned. There's another piece of Salad Master. The third piece in this thrift store in 2 weeks. Okay. If I could just get them listed on this, I've got pots and pans everywhere. Plush. I can't be Dave. Oh my God. Dave can have all the plush. He can come to tell Dave he can drive up from Florida to Huntsville. He can come in every store and buy every single bit of plush. Except for Ricky the trick dog. I bought him today. And he's actually a for real. He's not a. And how long has Todd been hanging out that Todd says, is he the same as the llama? Yes, same company made him.
So programming note question: are we going live tomorrow morning?
I can. The Josh is the one that we're worried about.
I don't know what he's up to. He should know by now if he's skiing tomorrow, right?
And y'all thought I didn't know where he was. He's a legend. See the llama how he stuck his ass up here right at the end. He stuck his ass up at you. No, it's for real. For real makes those. Yeah, it'll be on the you know me, the PPP podcast. Instead of, and we're gonna do a live instead of a show.
Yeah. End of year. Kind of a special thing.
We've been playing this now for what, 4, 6, 8 days. And Josh today finally goes, you know what? It's my daughter's birthday tomorrow.
No, we'll go. We'll just go. You and I. I'll just have to set up a scene on the OBS. It's fine.
You're losing your source for Jimmy products. Yes. Do I need to go out there and get the dog out of the van? Do y'all want to see what Ricky looks like?
You have your dog in the van?
Yeah, I picked up. I'm now a Plush salesperson. Hey, entertain him real quick, guys.
Yeah, there he is. Josh. Josh says, what's the link? I'm going to have to send the link in the morning, Josh. So I'll send it. Oh, you want the link to the show? I'll text it to you. So what's everyone out there? What's your? I asked this on my channel, so I apologize if you watch mine and watch Beards, but a lot of you guys I don't see in my channel. What's one pain point that you identified in 2024 that you're going to fix in 2025? I want to know. Start the conversation off with that while he gets his dog.
Don't worry, Josh. Nobody will tell any. We won't tell your daughter that you were going to forget her birthday. This is what he looks. This is.
He wants a link. I'm going to send it to him.
I don't know how you turn it on. This is. There's something to. How you turn him on? Because there's something wrong with a dog that has a butthole. I think this is one that eats and poops out. Because
We're back.
How do you turn him on? Come on, do something. Oops. Sure. Hold on. Paste. Oops, that's not it. Layer, invite guest, copy, comment. Y'all, this is what's sad. If I can figure out that Ricky is worth money and he's sitting back there for $2 and I don't do Plush. Ricky, don't you do? I thought you were supposed to high five and do all kinds of other shit. How do you make him do stuff? Am I gonna have to go read something?
I don't know. If he has a butthole, I don't know if I want him to do anything. It's just one of those things I wouldn't even have.
You wouldn't have a butthole?
No, not a butthole dog. No. That's a strange plush you have there. Are there comps for it?
Yeah, $65 to $70.
Get that listed quick.
Some people are selling them for 20. I don't know how to make him work though.
There's 94 people. There's 94 people watching this nonsense right now.
If you touch him in certain spots, he does shit.
Yeah, that's troublesome. I don't know about that.
Yeah, Ricky, sit over here and be quiet. You be good.
So I asked everyone what their one pain point that they had in 2024 that they're going to address in 2025.
Look, we got 2 flipping ain't easies.
Oh no, I'm flipping ain't threesy.
Flipping ain't threesy. There you go. Shut up down there. Did he originally come with a toy? I don't know. $20 is that with or without the butthole? He was.
So you gonna be able to make it in the morning?
Yeah, like I don't love recording on a Saturday, but I'll be there.
Well, it's just once a year.
Yeah. I've got a delay. I don't know why I always have this video delay.
Is that Japanese cinema that you've been watching?
Yeah.
No more Bruce Lee for you.
You know what you were saying, Scott, that really got me thinking? You said this a few times, but you just said it again now. You said that all these people like shipping in tampon boxes and all this kind of stuff that's going on, it's an opportunity. And I changed my way of thinking because I remember we were all talking and we were saying, you know, why don't people ship better? Why do they continue to do this crap? But it's just an opportunity for us to do better and I don't know, build a
That's awesome what that is.
So this is an inside joke for everybody. Somebody's copying John, and they changed their name to Pickin' Ain't Easy. So,
Who changed my name? What the hell?
It almost looked like you said sassy.
oh man, that's the best.
It was John.
Yeah, I have control over this production here.
Mine looks like flipping ain't sassy.
No, you need to be.
Maybe that's what the delay is, Josh. Maybe you have a direct feed to Trudeau's office, and as soon as you say something, you get axed.
It's it's got to go through the Ministry of Truth first before it reaches everyone else. So
That was a Harry Potter thing, right?
Yep.
Is that a real thing in Canada?
What do I know? I don't know anything about Canada. I'm from California.
You might be able to be a U.S. citizen before you know it.
Just so anybody knows, we're just making stuff up. None of this is the truth. We're just, for kicks and giggles, we're just making stuff up. Yeah, I haven't got. I sell on my own channel. Oh, it's because I haven't given myself a. See, if you don't thumbs up here, your 2025 is going to be a disaster. You're going to have the worst year of your life unless you hit the thumbs up.
See, I would never put that on someone, though. I mean,
Nope, nothing.
So you think we have a lot to say now? Just wait till tomorrow morning when we all get together for Profit Playbook.
Flipping profit ain't playbook.
Easy.
Profit ain't easy.
Yeah, because there's nothing like giving the haters the live chat to mess with us. That's gonna be awesome.
I have big.
What
I think
happened?
I was the only one that wanted to block you, Eric, and I just didn't remember why. You blasphemed in the University of Alabama is what happened, and you should be punished for that kind of blasphemy. I think that's like the 11th commandment: "Thou shalt not blaspheme." University of Alabama, I think.
Unless they deserve it.
You look it up in First Scott. It's chapter 1, verse 1. Sales were weird. So I had one of those Josh days. Josh was like, I didn't sell anything from 11 o'clock last night until 3 o'clock today. I mean, no channels. Amazon, eBay, Bonanza, nothing. And all of a sudden at 3 o'clock, it started going back to normal, like somebody has waved the magic wand and said, okay, we're just kidding. Here you go. Take your little pendants and move on. I'm like, okay.
I had that. I don't even remember when. I'm not going to look at it, but I had like a week where I just dropped off a cliff and it was low, and then it went back to where it should be. You guys are quiet tonight. Usually
I
everybody's
know.
quiet.
What the heck? I just got through talking for 2 hours. I'm just kind of chilling, taking it easy.
That should just be a warm up.
I went and got Ricky. What more do you want?
I don't want to take over Beard's show. This is his show. Gotta give
You
him-
take it all you want to. I don't care. Ricky, wake up, you asshole.
Well, I
Mr.
did ask
Stevie,
everyone.
That's what we're going to
What
call
is-
it from now on.
Right.
Every time you have like a rough spot like that, we used to call it the lighthouse. Now we're going to call it the Josh days.
Yeah. So what's on the books for you, Josh, in 2025? What do you got going on?
What am I going to do in 2025? I don't know.
What's the one thing you're going to do different?
He ain't doing anything different. He said for 3 months now, oh, same old, list. Carry on. Normal.
That's
Okay,
it.
hey Harry Knuckles, how about this? What if he's actually doing different stuff and he just said, fuck y'all, he's not going to tell you for a while?
Okay. He's gonna rule.
God forbid you mention something, say the kind of pictures he lists, and then people start copying them. Not copying, but like physical making copies with a photocopier and selling them. I mean, not doing either research, not doing any understanding, making it worse for everybody, including. I mean, why would we tell you exactly? I'll talk theory. I'll talk trying to do better about that and less about specifics, because there's somebody who was just listening, who has never hit the thumbs up button, never made a comment, never joined the chat, never done anything other than absorb information like a sponge and go copy it and make my life more difficult, because I tried to help give you an idea to spur you on, not saying go copy this.
It's happened to me locally.
And so
you know what?
Changed his whole life and you don't know it.
I think that this is what makes the difference. You guys want to talk about when Tex said that 90% of people are like backstabbers and screw you over in this business?
Okay, so I was mad when I first heard that.
That's not a true statement, though. I mean, that's emotional.
And then I kept going, well, shit, I think he's right. What's the fuck?
I might agree too.
Yeah, that is not a true statement. I guarantee you give 90% of the people an opportunity to, I don't know, work with you or be a partner with you. You'll get screwed over by a number of people, but it ain't 90%. Not even close.
I'm 0 for 2 right now. I'm batting 100. I'm batting 100, 0 for 2. I'm batting 100.
You just don't pick them very good.
I have probably, out of the dealers that I deal with, I would say it's 75%. So he's not far off. Maybe 50, maybe 75. It's a lot, though. A lot of people screw you over in the short term at the expense of the long term. So, like, like I'll make a deal with a dealer and I'll say, okay, I want to do a small buy with you first. So $500. And if I can make money off this, if you're honest with me, because usually it's quick back and forth, then I'll be back. 75% of the time, at least, it's a garbage deal. Like I'll break even on it. But the 25% you can run with. So I don't know. I kind of agree with them.
And I just heard it through the grapevine, so I've not even listened to what he said. But I agree with the sentiment that's being presented. Because I don't want to put any words in anybody's mouth, for God's sakes. And then somebody send me a video talking about, you use my name in vain. We don't roll like that, motherfuckers. This is we're just making shit up, throwing ideas against the wall. We know nothing show. Yeah. This is the Sergeant Schultz show of reselling. I think I need to get a copyright on that.
I know nothing.
Trademark the Sergeant Schultz School of Reselling, and add it to the Ricky Bobby and the Sergeant Schultz. I have my two different schools of reselling. I think I'm batting 1,000. I think I'm batting 100%, Larry. Ron, that's Ron says my wish is that people don't spend 50% of their time trying to figure out how eBay's trying to. That is wasted. That endeavor into negativity is wasted energy. I don't know anything is okay, so I can understand trying to figure out how eBay works in order to be better at listing and doing those things, but to focus it on how they're out to get you and to put such a negative, there's a difference between trying to figure out how they want to screw me versus how the system works. There's two different trains of thought there. And the one that's so focused on negative, you're never going to get ahead if that's your mindset. The best game of the day. Because I think it's hard for people to accept the fact that there are some things that are out of their control.
Yeah.
And, you've been given a participation trophy your entire life. You've never lost a damn thing. Your mama's come up and give you such a hug. Your 10th place baseball team just came in 10th. Y'all didn't score a run the entire year. You look like the Bad News Bears, and they go, "My God, y'all the greatest! Take this fucking trophy, go home and be happy with yourself." And you never improve. You never understand how folks' part of life is dealing with negativity and dealing with obstacles and overcoming. And the biggest part, I think John's talked about this too in the past, solving problems. We're at our best when we're solving problems. We are there's a lot of us that's intrinsic and designed to, I guess it's from, having to fight for dinner and all those things. You got to solve a problem. What's for dinner? What are you going to go kill? But we are intrinsically better. If you got a participation trophy, you lost. Oh, he's gone. Let's make him another name now. What do y'all want to make Todd's name?
Mm.
All right, I'll leave me to my own things. This is what you get. Yeah, y'all don't give me any ideas, but it's.
I'm gonna say handyman.
But the sooner you understand that, okay, life's not fair. You control what you control, and understand the guardrails are put up on these platforms. I understand there's a lot of things I sell on Amazon that I don't have a receipt for. If they come for me, I'm done. The chances of that are slim, but it could happen. It could happen tomorrow. There's nothing I can do about it. I'll just move on. But you have to. Life comes with a certain risk, and everything you do has a certain risk. We'll see how long it takes Mr. Knuckles to figure this one out.
I don't think he's going to figure it out. I don't think he's at his desk.
Hey, who's got a piano? I heard a piano.
Piano. You're hearing some stuff. So, Josh, this is for you with the eBay account and everything going on.
What's that?
How's your business?
It's okay.
Just okay? It was great about 2 weeks ago. What happened?
Dave, you sounded just like you were right on letter, Kenny.
Now she's all right, buddy?
Oh, best show ever.
It's a funny show. I haven't seen it in a long time.
Especially when you're high. Man, they are really funny when you're high. The best scene in the whole thing is when it was, I don't know what season it was, but they were throwing a baseball around, back and forth, and around the little three of them. Squirrely Dan, and Squirrely Dan starts talking about, have you ever had a girl put a finger up your bum? And they both, right at the same time, started throwing a ball, and they started skipping Squirrely Dan. Oh, God, best scene ever. They wouldn't even make eye contact with him. It was awesome. I guess I'm the only one to see that one.
I've never seen that one.
I can't be the only one in the whole chat who's watched I haven't watched the last few of Letterkenny. What the hell? Do I even know anybody here? Let's see.
But I promise you guys, tomorrow we'll have more to talk about. PPP.
One Josh Galt is trying to order stuff. I don't know what what flipping 8.3s he's doing.
No, I'm done with buying. I'm done with buying what I'm buying. I'm just hanging out.
No way. For real?
Yeah. The thing I'm about to buy is about to send the Zelle payment for this Mac.
So Josh, you would like this one. So today I was at the thrift store and they had some filing cabinets for sale, and I thought I'd heard the name, but it's been a long time. And it was $40. It's a 5-drawer legal, and they marked it down to 20, and it's half price day, so I got it for 10. And the brand, I sent it to Johnny. Hold on, I forgot the brand already.
You've been buying filing cabinets for like 4 years. I think you told me this, or I saw you say it in a video a long time ago.
This one's it's a Shaw Walker, and they've got these. I think it's a patented lever drawer that opens the drawers, and it's a 5. This mine's putty, not this, but it's the 5-drawer legal with they have a little latch under each drawer that unlocks them because they slide locked. And they're fire retardant. That's the price on that one. $8.24.
I can't read that.
It's $8.24.99 for a filing cabinet.
I always pass them up. Anything big, even in storage units, I used to throw them out. I remember you were like, "Don't throw them out; they're worth money."
Well, I bought it to run through the auction, and
that's where I gotta have it. Yeah.
And I was on the way home, and I was talking to Johnny, and Johnny's like, "You realize on Etsy somebody wants $1,000 for one?" I'm like, "What?" I was just gonna run it to the auction. And Joni, of all people, was over there looking it up on the phone when I'm talking to her. It was Shaw Walker was they had 3. I only got one of them because the other 2 had sold. But they were like a cranberry color. You never see a filing cabinet that color. I should have bought them yesterday and paid full price for them. But
I went today. I didn't have a lot of time. I just feel like really behind with everything. But I went to an antique mall for 2 hours, and I pretty much got one item, and that's it. It just goes to show you how much crap there is in those malls.
That's one place I never source. I don't know why. I never hit those.
Well, everything's priced up.
Mm.
So you really got to find something where the market's moved already, and they still have the old prices in there. So
Yeah,
and
because
then
I also got a smaller filing cabinet too. I paid $5 for it. It's definitely going to auction, but
I thought this was a big one too, but it's going to go in my collection, I guess, because you probably can't see it. I don't know what was going on, but look at all the chips in there. So that would have been $150 bottle. It's probably worth 20 now, 25 maybe.
well, we know y'all weren't shooting it because y'all don't have guns.
We were hurling insults at it.
Uh, but there's so much out. There's so much out there. Says you have an L bar sealer and a heat tunnel combo. That I wish I had a heat tunnel. John, I think John was going to buy one of those at one time.
What's that?
They used a sealer with a heat tunnel. At ASD, not you, Grumpy John.
Oh, okay.
He might even have one. They used to come to ASD for several years, and it was the coolest thing. You stick it on the little rollers on one end, and it comes out the other end. Shrink wrap.
Thinking about buying that second paper tape machine though. It just I'm using it like almost every day to build boxes, and I'm out in the garage working, and I have to come in here and get multiple pieces of tape.
Yeah, that's just me. So I'm in one room, but love them. I think that might be for the new year. That might be some good things for people to focus on is efficiencies in your business, and what can truly help you, and to kind of plan. Maybe it's a tape machine by the end of 2025. What do you what $10 a week put away or something? Just stick it in a jar and forget about it when you get there. When you get to it, go to buy it, or there are deals out there. I've seen them for as low as $350. Normally they stay in the mid fours or close to $5. What is it that would change your business? You can't understand the efficiency of a paper tape machine until you start using one.
Mm-hmm.
It is insanely fast. It's the time I save with that machine alone is.
What is that? What is that called again? Easy.
Better packages, $5.50.
Better pack. Yeah. Okay.
555. Yes.
Yeah, that's one.
Most of them are ES. You don't need the ES because you're not going to use the foot pedals and all that stuff. You can the regular 5E. I think mine's just an E. The biggest problem is putting water in it and actually changing the tape every now and then. And that takes like 30 seconds. For me to change the 3-inch tape on my desk, by the time I try to knock the core off because it's too tight in the thing,
Yeah.
and I've squeezed a new core in, I could have changed out the paper tape 100 times.
Well, the only issue that I seem to be having every once in a while, it'll jam. I'll have to go in there and pull it out and cut it and put it back in. It jams.
If it's jamming, it's because the brush is popping up. That the brush is always what causes mine. So do you clean the under where the heat thing is? Do you keep that clean too? Every second or third.
I guess you got to clean that off. The cakes up.
Yeah, I just take one of the Scotty peelers and just kind of scrape it off and wipe it off.
Okay.
Yeah, that might be it. It might be just not smooth enough on that where the heat is, because mine turns brown like the tan color of the paper.
Right.
Because it over time it's just I scrape it off like I don't know, every second paper.
But how high do you have it set? Do you have the heat set all the way, or just halfway?
Yeah, I got it wide open.
That's running 24/7 like that.
What are you talking about?
You turn it off when you're not using it?
I'm way smarter than you. It's got a plug. I've got one of these smart plugs on it.
Oh, okay.
It only comes on from 11 to 4, and it turns off. It doesn't come on weekends.
I'm using it every day of the week.
No, I mean, because it's got a concept plug on it. See all the better machine to plug, the ceiling plug, the lights over the desk. See, look.
Okay.
Watch this. You can hear it beep. Listen. Because you recognize the sound. Everybody. Because when I was struggling with too much glare before Josh goes, you clean the lens there off, bud? I'm like, shit. I made all the lights where I could turn them all off. I get to see here.
Oh yeah, there you go.
No glare here. This is the Blair Witch Project of reselling.
Yeah.
But what is it? What is it takes you to that next level? Is it are you gonna finally break out and start buying your own boxes? Is it switching from 2-inch to 3-inch tape? Is it finally upgrading to the thermal printer? Man, I really like that Jaden's that I took out of the box finally. That Bluetooth Jaden's. I've had no problems working with the iPad. I mean, I can print labels from this computer, this Mac, over to that. It says it struggles with Mac OS every now and then, but I haven't had any issues. I can print to that printer just fine. I haven't tried the Bluetooth yet, but I can print to the printer as a printer across the network. Because in that video, everybody goes, "But why didn't you just make a hotspot?" I live at the airport, folks. I currently have 2 bars of signal on that one. I got 1 bar signal. I got 1 bar signal on this one. They just want hotspot, and so that Jaden's Bluetooth printer really made a difference to be able to get the labels out. That was on a Monday too, for heck. So Glenn, it won't be any fun. You go to all the trouble to hack my phone and realize, wait a minute, the only thing he has control over are lights in the building and the plugs in the building. He doesn't have them anywhere else. That's what I have you for. Johnny is yelling at me through text. So you have to be passive aggressive with her. Oh, incoming text. That's the interesting about having iPhones, because you can see when somebody.
Baseball's one that I want to know if you can print a packing slip with the new printer, the Jaden's printer. You can, if you have it formatted right, you can do it. Sure.
Yes. So on Amazon, it's very easy. Amazon will ask you what format, and Amazon will actually, one of their formats is, if you select it, it prints the ticket and at the same time as it prints a packing slip. So you could do it on Amazon very easily. You would just have to have it shrink to fit. It'd be hard to read for eBay. It would definitely print it. It would be. Remember, eBay's is in color now, so it would do black and white, but it would still print it. Amazon, when they do that, they change up the packing slip a little bit and take a lot off of it, so they have it formatted for the 4x6 label, so that. Are you playing poker?
Nope.
He's not.
Oh, are you
Already
playing poker?
busted out.
Maybe.
Why do you have binoculars on your desk?
Oh,
You know, most people use reading glasses.
He lives next to Tom. He's his neighbor.
But for
customer
most
asked
issues,
a question on these, so I gotta come
I don't
up
think
with stupid.
there's a there for most reselling questions, there's generally a solution that's it's not terribly difficult, and but most people will struggle with the problem instead of asking a question because you don't have a safe space to answer the question. That's the only time you need a safe space is if you need to answer a relatively simple question. Other than that, we don't believe in safe spaces. If you got your feelings hurt and you need a safe space,
Hey, Scott and John, do you guys remember when we were a while ago doing videos and we get like a lot of feedback in the comments section where we'd say, you guys have to, you have to do things properly, treat it like a business, all this other stuff. And people would write back, I don't give a shit. If my customer doesn't like it, they can move on. And I was thinking about this again today as well while I was driving. I'm like, they did move on. When times got hard, that customer moved on. And now those are the same people that are like, well, not all in all cases, but a lot of those people now are not on the platform anymore.
so I don't understand that thinking, Josh. And it's just to me, it's just simple. If you want a customer to remain, what does always work? If you treat them professionally and treat a customer with kindness the way you would want to be treated, customers hang out and stay around. Even if there's a little bit of an issue, they offer grace and forgiveness because you have extended kindness to them to begin with, and have treated them right like they expect to be treated. But
if you think about it too, if your customer, like if you're not willing to do something for the customer, maybe your competitor is. But then if your competitor does that, then they raise the bar a little bit of what's acceptable. Because as a customer, if I had a choice between two people, I would take the one who, better product, better service, better everything. I would go in that direction. Anyway, it's, I'm exhausted, so my mind is kind of all over the place, but I was thinking about this today. I'm really glad this year I made the focus on just like customer. Like how do I just do the best fucking job imaginable? That's all I want to do. I just want to make something awesome. It's so much better.
Well,
he is. That's still one of my favorite, one of my favorite reselling channels, and I think he's made a video in 4 or 5 years. Dude, there was Crazy Picker Life. Man, that was a good channel. Really. And the haters just finally got to him and said, you know what? Enough's enough. I don't need this.
Is that the guy in Arizona?
I'm not sure where he is now. He was in
Colorado.
He was before that. He was in. They were right on the Colorado border. They weren't in Colorado. They were in. Is it Oklahoma? They were in Kansas. I'm sorry. They were in Kansas. Right there at the base of the plain before you go up into Colorado and go up into the mountains. I think like 20 miles.
Western Kansas.
Yeah, they were right there in Kansas, but it's close enough. I mean, it might as well be Colorado, but they moved somewhere. But so he taught his kids the business, and son was amazing, and really got to where he loved cameras and knew cameras better than his dad did. Just an amazing amount of knowledge, and man, they came for him like, child abuse and everything else because he's working for you and this and that. I mean, isn't that the way it's always been? If you have a family and you raised a farm, who was the next farmer? Who took over that farm?
You would have kids. That was the only reason you had so many kids, because you needed help on the farm.
Yeah.
That was the whole reason.
Yeah, I learned a lot from listening to him, and then he was a genuine person, and I enjoyed. I watched all his videos. I didn't miss many of them, and it just, people act like it was a crime that they cared enough about their children to teach them family business and what he did, and you know, contrary to what some other crazy people think, there's a lot of people like us who enjoy, like, I enjoy the hunt. I enjoy finding stuff. I enjoy figuring out what the hell something is. Whether it's at a yard sale, whether it's at a thrift store, whether it's at an estate sale, wherever it is. And there's a you know, a lot of people have different interests, and people can't accept the fact that people. But it was they did have great work ethic, Larry. That's what they came for. You're just using your kids as cheap labor. That was the big one, Josh. You're using your kids as cheap labor.
Well, they are cheap labor, and they've got fine fingers, so they can do small stitches.
Yeah, he didn't talk about it a ton. But his older son, the more he got into it, he made his son a partner in the business and shared on the profits and did a lot. It just he worked his way into where he was so invaluable. The dad go, you know what, you need to be rewarded for your efforts, and he took care of the oldest. The video stopped right as the two youngest were starting to, they were playing around finding inventory and doing little stuff and cleaning, but they weren't doing a lot.
Well, could you imagine learning all the stuff that we had to learn at 40 when you were 10 years old? You'd be unstoppable. And then have a business set up for you that you could build into and help accelerate.
Yeah, he has set his son up beautifully because, man, yeah, wheeler dealer and banana peeler.
You guys ever watch Pro Duo Flippers? They were around for a while too. I kind of missed them. I like them. They were pretty genuine.
Mm.
No, nobody remembers them.
No,
I never saw them. It's weird how you get in these little. You start watching a few people, and there's just so many out there. I've heard of a lot of people, but you just don't have time.
Do you think that Chris Daily Refinement would come on the Profit Playbook podcast?
not in your life. Nope.
No, that's
I'm good with him coming on. I don't think he would. Nope.
It'd be pretty interesting.
I mean, you think he would?
No, I don't know. Like he's kind of just withdrawn. He's not even really doing a whole lot anymore. I don't think he would do it, but I don't know. What's in it for him now?
For a birthday present for your wife. Yeah, and he's off in his own world too with doing whatnot. Are there many YouTubers that do the whatnot? I don't.
You know what, Jeanette? The thing is that I hear him say this a lot, that since he's still in the game, like tech is not in the game anymore. Well, he's in the game, but he's like, his whole story. He's kind of backed off, and he does it for fun, and he's more into teaching and traveling and all that. But Chris is still full tilt, and I think I've heard him say it a few times now that he's had people snake him, and he's lost contacts and everything else. So he doesn't really want to do social media anymore, and he catches a lot of hate. I think he blocks almost everyone that comments on his channel. He's got so much hate from the falling out. So
you know what the weirdest thing about trying different things? So this is vanilla cola.
It's good for you, or it's better for you.
Yeah, the Zevia. There's no. I drank the cola the black cherry cola the other day, and I'm like, it's clear. This is not Sprite. Colas are supposed to be dark.
What was it? This doesn't have the dyes in it. That's all.
It's made with stevia.
Zevia is much cleaner than.
It's made with it's sweetened with stevia, which is like a sugar that your body can't process. So it's like in one end out the other.
Really? Tastes okay?
And you know what else I tried? First piece today. The gum. What's the name of the gum that I bought?
The crazy card. I think you would enjoy it though. It could be an interesting episode.
Here's some gum.
Yeah, Neurogum. That's it. Man, I was dragging, and the box came in the other day, and I hadn't tried any. It's enough. Do you know about Neurogum, Josh?
That's what I'm chewing. But that's what I'm chewing before the lives to get myself kind of going.
So it's it's a proprietary combination of caffeine and L-theanine, and they.
Isn't that in Mars Attacks what the aliens were chewing on?
So it's so if you ever watch Joe Rogan will talk about it every now and then. He's like we keep cases of this stuff around. We go through it. It's like half a cup of coffee, but the combination of an L-theanine really. I don't chew gum, and I don't like to chew gum, but man, it woke me up from I was dragging this afternoon, and all of a sudden it got me out of it. It was good.
Okay.
See how John was holding out, not telling us about his experience with Neurogum. You see that, right?
Oh, I didn't know you guys cared. I can tell you all kinds of things. You guys want to listen?
But the Neurogum definitely 2 thumbs up, man. I like that.
I only use half a piece though. I don't need a whole piece. Just enough to kind of get me going.
It's already so small though. How do you chew half a piece?
Just take a bite of it in half. It's literally, they're like little small things, but just bite it in half.
Yeah, but it's all over TikTok Shop. But I just bought it on Amazon.
Right.
But it is one of those that was on Shark Tank, and they couldn't come to a deal, so they passed. And I forget what's that company's worth now. It's an insane amount of money. So the Shark Tank passed on it, and currently it has an enterprise value of $50 million.
$50 million?
Mm-hmm. It appeared on season 11 of Shark Tank. Net worth of $60 million, annual revenue of $15 million a year, profits of 6.2.
15 million in revenue a year.
Yes.
So it's worth $75 million. It's crazy.
Growing at 16% every month.
Wow.
16% per month. It's expected to become a $1 billion company in a few years.
Wow.
Evidently, what happened is that they didn't make a deal on Shark Tank, but then 2 venture capital companies came in and gave them some money, and they went for
it. So here's something I'm looking at. Paper tape machine, 555 EMA. What is that? A better pack.
I don't know.
555?
Yeah,
They got it for $199 free shipping, the untested. But I know I could park the thing out if it doesn't work.
I see that. $199 plus 45 shipping.
Huh?
Plus 45 shipping.
Nope. Free. One left. Hold on.
Yeah, this one says see, I don't need another one. I don't know where I'd put one.
That's what I'm gonna grab it right now.
Hey, I think the water tank on it's worth $30 or $40, right?
Yeah, the heater, the front heater is worth money too.
Yeah, I don't think you can go wrong.
Okay, let's see. Free shipping, can't beat that for that machine.
Mm-hmm.
It's a pretty big machine.
So here's somebody with a variation listing. They're selling the water tank, the heater, and a couple other little things for $60. You can get more money than that. There's $450. I mean, there's another one. Parts only, $430. They're not gonna give you parts. Yeah, not to mention the brushes are worth money too. You know what I mean?
Right.
Let's see if anybody sold any of this stuff. Completed.
I have a question for you guys, Scott and John and Todd. If I revise the listing and I were to hide like a $500 item as the last picture, could somebody sort my listings and find that? Here's what I'm thinking. Just as like a giveaway, a fun thing, I was just going to take like a $500 resale item and put it on a low dollar item in my store, hiding it,
Mm-hmm.
and then just announce like, hey, if you find this item, I'm going to ship it to you for free or whatever. And it's got a $500 resale on it.
But won't that, according to our favorite English person, won't that hurt you in the long?
So here's the thing. I don't know. Like that's like then you're getting into does it affect your sell through rate and your click through rate and everything else? But
Right.
I'm still under the belief that the more traffic that goes to your store, the better. So I don't know. Like
Well, you
every
don't
time
want
I've had a listing that lots of people clicked on, like you can tell when you click on your own name on eBay, it'll show you your items, and that's usually the most recently viewed items by other people. And I noticed that items that are constantly clicked on, they're eventually going to sell. So I don't know. I don't know if it's good or bad for my store, but it would be fun. It would be a nice give back, and I don't know. I really want to start some of the higher dollar even value stuff that's in the legacy store. I want to move it on. Shirts, that kind of stuff. Been sitting for a long time.
Jeanette, that's a good idea. Doing whatnot and empty my storage unit and just tell them how they have to know it's my storage unit. I just tell them I'm emptying the storage unit. It'll be a giveaway on one of them though, because it's so full of underwear. I had to go in there today climbing sideways so that some of that shit fell over. I'm like, really?
I think you'd have to be aware if it's a gambling issue.
Oh, like you have to follow sweepstakes laws and rules.
I don't know. Just check
But
it
it's not.
out.
You're not gambling or anything. It's just. It's like an Easter egg. It's like an Easter egg. There's no gamble to it. You just go find it.
Mm-hmm.
This is the second paper tape machine I bought on your live, dude. Can't beat it. And they had a $5 Venmo. If you use Venmo to pay, you get $5 off. So why not? It's linked to my account, so same thing.
So it was $194 then. $194.
Well, you gotta pay tax though. They charge me tax. $211.74 after everything shipped. So he's probably gonna pay every bit of $50 to $60 to ship it. I don't know where it's coming from, but
Ohio.
hopefully it comes to me with more than one packing peanut like the other one.
Maybe you'll get some ceiling tiles and somebody's bed sheets.
Maybe, or maybe they'll go back because it's banged up because they didn't ship it properly.
Yeah, that one was awful. That was absolutely awful. So anybody got any questions? All right. Tom's boyfriend. Tom's
he's muted.
boyfriend. Yeah, he's eating something. I can hear him. I muted him. You got to unmute if you want to say something there, Mr. Tom.
Sorry.
Or he's just
Sorry.
not on the microphone.
Chewing on some jerky.
No, okay.
What?
Yeah.
We were all chewing it with you.
Teriyaki beef.
Mm.
Sorry.
That's all right.
But I think the one thing I mentioned in the last podcast is this is really a time to really do some planning and just thought about where you want to go. Don't let the summer get here and you're starting to talk about the summer slowdown and wonder where 2025 is going and you haven't had any plans.
Oh, Jake's
Oh,
It's nice that your mom let you finally come on.
How's everybody's Friday night?
He's just gonna ignore me. Hey, Mark, what's up? Same old, same old. But
Is it
it's
working? Can you hear me?
yeah, you're touch quiet, but you're good.
Okay.
what?
Because if to really be effective in the first quarter and set yourself up for a nice summer where you're not as worried about the summer slowdown, is do some, at least have some upper level thought about where you want your business to go and some of the steps that that you can positively take to get you in the right direction. You'll be ahead of 90% of all resellers. I can't imagine how so many people run a business and don't think about the future, think about how things could change, they just keep listening because I was told to list 100 a day and I'll be great. I'm gonna be a quadrillionaire if I just list 100 a day. Wasn't that bad advice? Now they've got to go change all their listings.
What are they having to change this time?
So clothing is going to have different levels of, instead of just being used good, use excellent, like electronics do, very good, excellent, very good. There'll be different levels of what used is instead of just pre-owned.
Gotcha. Yeah. Hey, Larry.
And folks don't celebrate too hard because I'm telling you, other categories that are not clothing that don't have this but sell used items, that's probably coming there too. I can't imagine where they're going to go. This is good for only certain segments.
Right.
eBay. Think about it in eBay's terms. Is they see this as less questions from a customer, less problem, higher satisfaction for a customer if they know what to expect on an item based on a category rating versus it's just used. I wish they would fix the new. Whenever you search for new, they should not include open boxes new. Open boxes used. eBay, Amazon does that. Amazon like new. Open boxes like new. Like new is the first category of used. It is new once. I get tired of seeing people list up and then go, I only wore the shoes a couple times. They're new no box. Only wore them a couple times. They're still new.
I only used it once.
Mm-hmm.
I got biscuit butt in the house.
Like the dumbass that said I had a Blu-ray DVD set that went out, and it came back today, and they said that they were returning it because they were disappointed that it had deep scratches, and even though it still played, they were concerned about how long it would last with the scratches, that it would probably deteriorate over time. Yeah. I get it back and go, there's still no fucking scratches in it. You ordered a DVD set of Christmas movies and sent the fuckers back, you cocksuckers. There were no scratches in it. There were no deep scratches. There were no anything. Just like, because if you know what would happen if they would have done that, I'd be using that damn disc as a coaster right now. I wouldn't have sent it out. I've got a machine over there. I'd have run it through the damn machine. I would not have sent it out with scratches. And there's still no scratches. They lied to get free shipping back on Amazon so that Amazon wouldn't mess with them. I hope they feel good about their Christmas. I hope they got coal. I hope
Playing
Rudolph,
Space Invaders.
I hope Rudolph took a shit down the chimney.
Someone's playing Space Invaders. I hear it.
Archie, I'm gonna make you guess what I think. It's
They watched all the Christmas movies and then they sent it back. They don't need it anymore.
that's exactly what they did. It was if I go look it up, it probably costs money to stream, and so they thought, you know what, we'll just do a free rental from Amazon and send it back.
Yep.
We don't care if that third party seller is going to incur costs to ship it there and back, and it's just going to cost them the $10, not me. Don't you have work to do, Jacob? Shouldn't be like putting in insulation in your van or something?
It's already spray foamed.
What? Did you do that, or was it already like that?
It was like that.
How are you going to get the wiring behind it?
So it's about probably 75% of it spray foamed as far as like how much it could hold. So
You're going to put the wiring in and then have another layer put over top of it?
yeah. So what I'll probably do is I'll use the 2.5-inch ship laps, and I'll put them in, and then just use cans of spray foam each time I put 1 or 2 strips on there, and just fill it up as I go. Plus, that will seal everything up and keep anything else from moving.
Hey, you don't have to have an inspector for that. You can rig it however you want to.
That's right.
You ain't got to worry about cutting off a tenant's power. You're good.
I'm the only tenant. Oh, speaking of which, this is the coolest thing ever. So the new building, we upgraded the power service in it, and I put in a new Leviton power panel. And
So that's the one you can tell who uses the most power in your unit and how much goes each unit now?
yeah. So I don't know. Can you see how much is being used in real time?
Right.
Okay. And then you can also see, well, some of these breakers are not installed yet, but let me scroll down here where there are some being
What
used.
city is this in?
What's that?
What city is that in?
City? I'm in Abingdon, Virginia.
That's in Abingdon, huh?
Yeah. So I can look at any one of these breakers, and they're labeled, and I can see how much power is being drawn by watts.
Are those 3 duplexes?
So it's a 6-unit motel building,
Okay.
formerly a motel building. So they're 250 square feet furnished. We provide everything. We furnish it, and it's mostly rented out to traveler nurses on 90-day stays.
That nurse needs a new windshield or a window.
All right.
So you're snooping on your renter's electric usage.
Is power included in their rent?
Sorry, I'm not sure what's going on. All right. I guess my internet cut out there for a second. What did
Larry
you say,
said it
John,
looks like
earlier?
unit 2B is growing weed. He can tell.
I said you got a tenant that needs a new window in their car.
A new window in the car.
Yeah.
So Carla,
the Acura is all jacked up.
Yeah, I think we need to talk about that too. Item conditions are very subjective, and if someone was smart, they would definitely under promise and over deliver. That is a recipe for success. It always has been, but so many people try to do the other way. If you have to justify something, go a step down. If the thoughts are, I've used that for Amazon my whole Amazon career, and it served me very well. If you have to justify the condition of an item, always go down one.
What's even better about this particular panel system is I can remotely turn off the breaker.
Yeah, but the power's included because in the rentals, right?
Yes.
So he's not snooping on anyone because. But I bet you can find somebody using an illegal heater, though, can't you?
I certainly could. I'm not so concerned if somebody has an extra heater or something, but if somebody were running a crypto miner or something like that, I'd want to know. So I have it set that if somebody plugs in and it maintains a certain amount of watts for an hour period of time constantly, it'll alert me.
I'm a
Which
dumbass. I'm sitting over here getting cold, thinking, "Why is it getting cold in here?" Because I turned off the ceiling light, and the ceiling light's got my heat dish on it.
yeah. Even the heater won't stay even the heat that we provide won't stay on for an hour solid. It'll go on and off as it needs to. But if somebody plugged in a crypto miner, it would stay on, at a really high output.
I can feel the heat dish.
24/7.
No wonder I went from being normal to being cold. What the hell? But it's terrible that we have to even remind people about this, that to under promise and over deliver, to treat people the way you wouldn't be treated. Do things that are doing things in the best interest for long term versus the short term. The small itty bitty profits you can squeak out by some shortcuts are not worth. I get so much stuff, and I think, man, I overship. Every time we order something in, I think I never would have shipped it like that. I overship. And
That's a big one. There is the sacrificing the short term or the long term for the short term. I see that all the time too, where people will try a quick deal. They'll screw you over for a quick buck. But those long term relationships, it's opened so much for me maintaining that. Like good people, when you find good people, good relationships. But I mean, even you guys, like even if like we do the podcast or whatever, but even if it was like we had a little battle or some disagreement or whatever, you don't kill the relationship because you don't know what that's going to create. It's like every relationship is one good decision away from just creating like something huge for your company. So now I've come into like 2 or 3 massive fines, and it's all been through relationships I have with other dealers.
that's gonna be this. You're already thinking that you could be shipping that to your rental contract. But it's amazing to me that people can't understand. That's a simple point to understand, that do things and they don't understand. Just because I ship more, I ship better. In the long run, it doesn't cost me anymore because the efficiencies. I use the same boxes. I use the same materials. I use the same tape machine. My efficiency in my production cuts my perceived cost of what I'm doing because I get more time back. And with the tools and stuff I've invested in, and the customer satisfaction and things not breaking, it's and every time something does happen, I evaluate, what could I have done shipping that item to make it where it would have got there. And generally, I have cheaped out or taken a shortcut every time it screwed up. Not that I'm aware of, Brenda. John, do you know anybody just wrote an ebook about reselling?
No, but I know it's easy. You just basically go to AI and tell it to write you a book, and it'll write you a book, and you can publish it on Amazon.
Yeah.
You can.
Bo Johnson wrote a book that he was selling on Amazon about how to sell on eBay. And
I'm not promoting him. He's not one of my favorite people right now. He allowed that grifter to run his mouth.
Yeah. Yeah.
Grifter, who's that?
You gotta watch out for them Mormons. They'll gang up on people.
Oh, Josh's buddy. Josh is good buddy.
Josh, you got to start learning the old American saying, all my buddies run around on 4 legs and shit in the backyard. There you go. You better, if he's a landlord, you better learn how to sleep under an electric blanket. so things that you don't think about. Here's another one. I'll grab it.
Scott, you better watch what you say about him because he's doing $3 million a year on eBay.
I know.
He can lick my sack. I don't care. So this is at the store for 5 days at the thrift store before I finally decided to look it up. It is a warming mattress pad by Sealy for a full size mattress. Anybody care to? It was $4. I bought it on senior day, so it was $3. Anybody? What does this thing resell for? Anybody know?
$10.
$5.
And it's all in there.
Does it work?
Yes, they tested it. It works.
$59.99.
$60.
40 plus shipping. How many resellers went to that thrift store in the week before I finally decided to look it up and buy it?
How many times did you go?
How many people still even go to thrift stores? Do a lot of people still go here? Yeah.
I went 4 times before I finally bought it.
I've been to one a month.
No.
No.
What about you, Jake? Do you go to thrift stores?
He's not a reseller.
No, I don't.
He's
But,
not a reseller.
my sister and brother-in-law do, and they bring me all the Starbucks mugs.
They go what 3 to 4 times a week?
Todd, do you go?
I think they go.
Never.
I think they go 2 days a week, 1 week, 3 days a week, the other week. I think.
What about chat? Does chat go? Anybody in the chat? Do you guys all still go to thrift stores, or you give up on those?
I haven't been to a thrift store in 4 hours.
I
He's got too much.
mean, I'll go if I'm out of town, but my area thrift stores are not generally worth going to. Maybe once a month. I don't know.
Mine suck. That's why I got to go so many times. Mine suck.
I mean, I certainly don't knock thrift stores because I know there are certain areas and certain thrift stores that can really be big winners, but not in my area.
I think it depends on it depends on your area. My area is horrible.
I think so. One of the drivers, and of course it's not the only one, but if you're in an area where there's a lot of upward momentum, we'll say lifestyle wise, people who are making a lot of money and all of a sudden, starting to go up, making more money, whether that's tech jobs or manufacturing jobs, whatever it might be, but in cases where they're able to have that upward momentum and
yeah, but those places are also the first places to implement all their like AI technologies and their central processing centers.
Sure.
I know Toronto has a central processing center.
Yeah, right.
So the Savers and the Goodwills don't get really anything on the floor anymore.
There's more engineers per capita in Huntsville, Alabama than any other city in the United States of America. Ain't none of them writing programs for the efficiency of a fucking thrift store. All right.
I know
what about
the local malls here?
Do you think they were scared of this? Were they scared of this? Oh my God, they wrote on that.
I mean, they'll all miss something, but
this is your live demonstration. Hand sanitizer.
I know the employees pretty well at some of our local Goodwills, and they all say there are certain specific brands that never make it to the floor. They're mandated to send them to e-com.
You think they were scared of that?
What the hell is it?
Jake, I remember I haven't
Oh,
been
wait a
to a
minute.
thrift store in a long time, really. But
I did it on
went,
both sides.
I went maybe a year and a half ago or so, and I was talking to the manager, and I'm like, "There's you guys aren't getting anything good. Like, what's going on here? You know, the people are starting to drop off a bit, but you're not getting anything good." And she told me the whole story. She's like, "You donate at the Value Village. We ship it on a truck to the central processing location. They sort it all, and then they send it back to us." So I was like, "What about the stuff that they don't send back? Where does it go?" And she says that they have designated distributors that buy that stuff from them and sell it online. So I was like, "I'm done here. I think then that's it. If that's how it works, then it's over for me." And I think that slowly rolling out to every Goodwill, Salvation Army, and Value Village across like all of the U.S. I would imagine.
But you can't say it's everywhere though, Josh, and that's the problem
I
because
don't.
the,
That's
there's
No,
not
different.
I don't. I think DI is probably late to the party with that sort of stuff, and probably there are some Value Villages that are really good, and for sure stuff slips by at the bins.
We don't have
But
Value Village or any of those things, but we have local thrift stores,
yeah,
and so that you've got to understand. We have a local thrift store. They've got 4 stores, and they raise money to help men in recovery, and that's their whole mission. Is the saving way. The saving way is to show the love of Christ to men who have made bad decisions, help them get back on their feet. These guys are employed. They have all kinds of programs, and their main concern is people love them so much they get more donations than most of the thrift stores in town because the people love the cause. And so I talked to my buddy Gary. I'm like, Gary, I love your price. He goes, if I don't price it, y'all won't buy it. I can't put it nowhere. It's got to go. Simple as that. And so you've got to find those places that they're not all gone. They're still around. Down the street, the Downtown Rescue Mission, they have the same mission, but their stuff is like antiques in there. I walk in there and I have sticker shock and go, holy crap. There's a reason why I've been in here one time this year. And I turned around and left just like I did the last time.
yeah.
Across the street, down the street is these other ones, and they are more concerned about immediately raising money to run their programs. They get massive donations from the community. It's
Well, I've even noticed in the antique malls that what they put out is not that's not the good stuff. They're not going to leave the good stuff on a shelf at the antique mall and have it stolen. So even those guys, you got to talk to the dealers to find the good stuff. They usually have it at their houses or they bring it to shows.
it's just, and it's I don't know if it's larger cities, but they're different everywhere. And that I people that you've changed your business model, so I'm not talking about you, but there's lots of people who still want to do because I enjoy going to the thrift store. I enjoy doing those things, and it's a bonus that I get to buy a lot of stuff. But I didn't settle and go, my Goodwill. I made a video. Go look at it. The worst Goodwill in America. I made that video. They actually reached out to me and said, "Could you please come make another one and take that one down?" No, y'all still suck. They built another Goodwill. It's just as high. They built the bins. The bins suck here. I don't go to any of them. So there's certain thrift stores I just won't go to. But there's 7 in this town that I'll make multiple times a month, and they have great pricing models. And one of them's a pet one. They're just there to raise money. It's a bunch of little ladies, and they want to raise money so they can get cats spayed and neutered and do those kind of things. And it's a great cause. If you're an animal person, it's a great cause. I love animals. I've got the monsters running around here. I've even got a new one now, Ricky. Hey, what's up, Ricky? Ricky, what's up? Wake up. Wake up, Ricky. Damn, you suck. But at least you're not making me give you any treats. And so you just got to figure it out. It's part of it's like somebody going to yard sales and go, man, that first yard sale was so high. I'm going home. I'm not going to the other 40. That first one was just terrible. I'm going home. I've been in Savers. Savers has some opportunities, but it's not great.
But also, I think it's important to keep in mind that thrift stores are not primarily in business to sell to resellers. That doesn't mean we can't make money. They're
Right.
they're there to maximize their output to their causes at whatever price they feel they can. And a lot of times that is to market down low where it goes off the shelf quick. That's not always the case, but I would hope that they would, see the value in that.
People say, why do you tell people? I'm like, if you come here and buy something, that's fine. I appreciate the fact that the way these thrift stores are, and I want them to keep moving stuff. People.
Yeah.
Y'all can have all the clothes and all these thrift stores. I bought clothes in one of them today for the first time ever. I bought 2 pairs of Levi's jeans because they were new with tags when I was walking by. They had them marked for $9, so they were $4.50. I'm like, all right. There's none on Amazon, and there's a listing for both pairs. I'm like, win. Brand new Levi's with tags for $4.50. Win.
Yeah, and it's like what you said earlier. It's learning your area, what your area has.
Yeah, but the other thing about these big areas is, what are other opportunities? The Nashville's got higher priced thrift stores, but they've got 50 to 70 estate sales every week. They've got more yard sales than you can ever go to. You know what I mean? You just change what you change gears. You figure out what works. Yeah, I've talked about it for a long time. You've got to figure out what works in your area. What's special about your area? I sell a product on Amazon. I'm the only one on it's made here locally. Okay. I shipped some to California and Colorado this week. Makes no sense. Jake does the same thing. Well, he used to until that people pissed him off. All the other sellers pissed him off, but he'll be back. He'll be back. But it's local products. People, look at the statistics. In your lifetime, you will live in 9 to 10 different houses, and you'll move 9 to 10 different times. Long those days of you're born in one state and never leave it and die. Those days are gone. People are very mobile, and they like what they find in an area. Some areas are known for different things. What's your area known for?
Gambling.
Gambling.
Yep.
Lutherans.
We've got a Hard Rock Casino.
Dude, if I lived out there, I would be the yard sale king. They would crown me out there.
What, out here in Vegas?
You would crown me the yard sale king. I'd have to go. I'd have to get Jacob's van to go to yard sales.
You know what though? A lot of the yard sales out here are really sad. Like you have a community yard sale, and people kind of feel like they have to. It's like FOMO, fear of missing out. They have to be a part of the yard sale. They put out one table with like 5 items, and it's kind of like that. A lot of it's just really sad. Half the yard sales are you just drive right by. No effort. In fact, people put more effort into making the signs for their yard sale than they do the actual yard sale.
But it's always been this way though. People have complained about prices since I started this. Half a garage. Axmag got half a garage of free stuff, and that's it. That's the other thing. If you live in these big areas, they all have trash days and where they pick up big items. Go look at what's his name in Pennsylvania. How much stuff has he got to pick up? He had to buy a van to go pick up stuff on the side of the road that he sells at flea markets. And he's got a huge YouTube channel doing it because people want to see what the hell he finds.
There's a guy who has a weekly yard sale out here in Vegas, and every 2 weeks, every house has a large item pickup day. So anything large up to like the size of a couch, you can put out for pickup. Well, he learns the areas, which days each area has, and he'll go in, find stuff, and he'll bring it back to his yard sale, and he will make good money selling that stuff at his yard sale. I bought stuff from him before. He found a Mac computer, one of the Macintoshes built in.
Yeah, one of the color ones.
I sold it for a couple $100. I picked it up for $15. You know, things that people don't get because people don't have the reseller mindset. They're just people that like this thing's in the way. I have nowhere to put it. I don't want to mess with reselling it. I don't know anyone who wants it, so I'm just going to put it outside and let someone take it. You see all the time in offer up people saying, "Come and get this item." You know, they just want to clear out their garage. They don't want to have a yard sale. So if you come and get it, it might be free, but it's worth it to them because you're helping them with the problem.
Yeah, so Mike, that's where I'm at, Mike. I generally I'm an equal opportunity. If there's an if I'm stopping to get gas and I can make money because there's some new flavored chips, I'll buy. Wherever it is, if I'm going to the auction, I'll source the auction while I'm while it closes every Thursday night, and I'll pick it up on Monday when I go back up there. I'll source yard sales when we have them. I'll source estate sales when I get in the mood to go to estate sales. You know, whatever. I don't limit myself, and I think too many people see themselves as, oh, I'm just a thrifter. I'm a whatever it takes. And if my thrift stores start sucking here, I'll be in Nashville or Birmingham a couple times a week. I'll just spend a day buying more than I can ever list to the next one.
Larry, don't let all the secrets out.
Was that what you do, Jay?
Sometimes. I mean, I'm usually middlemaning most of the stuff if I do stuff like that. But it's I know, being in real estate myself, I know a lot of the realtors. And he's absolutely correct. There's lots of stuff to move fast, and usually there's one day to do it. It can't be tomorrow.
You ever find anything good?
Oh yeah.
I mean, there's
not too long ago, maybe 3 months ago, there was a hoarder situation, and they got evicted, and the realtor was also the property manager for that property, and they needed everything out in 24 hours. They didn't care anything other than it needed to be out.
Yeah, so I mean, okay, so young people don't use Facebook. Why not? My neighborhood has a Facebook group. Once a week, somebody will say, "Hey, I just put this out. If anybody wants it, it's out." I don't. If I'm at home, I generally go take a look at it because I work from home. I've got notifications turned on for the Facebook group for my neighborhood, so that when something is posted, I can go look and see, can I run that through the auction? What can I do with it? I mean, you have an advantage. Us old geezers have an advantage over young people because they won't use Facebook.
Yeah, Snapchat.
Nobody Snapchats. They just put shit out on the front yard.
Well, no, but they don't use Facebook because they have Snapchat. They don't.
I know, but there's things you can do. We have such a limited thought process about how to find inventory, and there's inventory everywhere. We are a society of consumers. We have more stuff. If none of us bought anything else for the rest of our lives, we'd be all right. American Honey says they do those clean outs. Crazy what people leave. It's amazing what they leave. It's what people value. Josh, are you rolling weed over there?
Man, it's 10:40. You're working a late night tonight, huh?
Yeah, I'm so far behind. I got so far behind over the Christmas couple days there.
Yep.
So I'm trying to push to catch up. It's my daughter's birthday tomorrow. We're going to record a live tomorrow. So I'm trying to just get caught up. I had to do a lot of work on the website today. I did 120 listings on the 26th, so yesterday. I didn't do any on the 25th. So just trying to stay caught up. I don't want to get behind any more than I already am.
Hmm.
I might have to go watch A&M with Ron.
All right, going to bed.
Good night, sir.
Hey, Ofart, did you see Greg Gumbel died today?
What?
Yeah, he died of cancer at 78. I didn't realize he was that old.
Mm.
Jack's twisting the fatty. Oh Lord. All right, in honor of him going to bed, I'm gonna go watch football.
Okay. Well, we'll see you in the morning.
I want to see if Ron is going to cry. Ron, I'm cheering with you, buddy. I'm with you tonight.
Is Vanderbilt? Is Vandy?
Hook 'em Aggies. Is that it? Hook 'em Aggies.
Is Vanderbilt playing tonight?
They've already won.
Oh, okay.
That's not very nice.
For more awesome content, like and subscribe now.